Think about the last time you talked yourself out of something. A job you almost applied for. A conversation you almost started. A version of your life you almost chose. You didn't need anyone to stop you. You stopped yourself. No locked door, no iron bars, no guard at the gate. Just your own mind. Quietly, efficiently, doing what the most dangerous prisons do best. Keeping you exactly where you are. There is a kind of captivity that leaves no marks. You can walk outside. You can go to work. You can laugh at dinner. You can look completely free to everyone watching. And still be trapped. Trapped in a story that says you're not ready. Trapped in a fear that whispers it's too late. Trapped in an identity built from your worst moments, not your truest ones. This is the prison the Gita warned about. Not Alcatraz, not a cell, not chains you can see. The prison of an unconquered mind. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse 5. Uddarid atmanatmanam, natmanam avasadayet, atmaiva hyatmanu bandhu, atmaiva ripuratmana. Elevate yourself through the power of your mind, and do not degrade yourself, for the mind can be the friend, and also the enemy, of the self. Read that again. The mind can be the friend, and also the enemy of the self. Not your circumstances, not your past, not the people who doubted you. Your own mind, the same mind that gets you out of bed, the same mind that solves problems and creates beauty and remembers kindness. That mind, when left unconquered, becomes the warden of your own prison. Krishna didn't say this gently. He said it plainly. You are either elevating yourself or degrading yourself, and the only one doing either is you. Here is what makes this prison so dangerous. It doesn't feel like a prison. It feels like logic. I'm just being realistic. I've tried before, and it didn't work. People like me don't get things like that. I'll start when the timing is right. These don't sound like bars on a window. They sound like wisdom. But the Gita calls it what it actually is. Bondage. Not from the world, from the mind itself. The ancient texts are direct about this. Mind is the only cause of bondage and liberation. Attached to objects, it gives bondage. Without them, liberation. Think about what that means. The same mind that can set you free is the same mind building the cage. And every time you believe a thought that shrinks you, you add another brick. Every time you replay a failure and call it a prophecy, another brick. Every time you say, that's just who I am, about something you chose, another brick. You built it slowly, thoughtfully, with absolute conviction. And now, it feels like the walls were always there. Arjuna understood this in a way most people skip over. On the battlefield of Kurukshetra, his crisis wasn't really about war. It was about identity. He had decided, in his own mind, who he was and who he wasn't, what he could bear and what would break him, what was possible and what was already lost. He had sentenced himself before the battle began, and Krishna's response wasn't a battle strategy. It was a confrontation with the prisoner. You are not who your fear says you are. You are not the sum of your worst moments. Elevate yourself. The power to do so lives in the same place as the prison, in your own mind. Here is the hardest part to hear. Nobody put you here. Not your parents, not your past, not the person who told you no, not the opportunity that didn't come, not the decade that felt wasted. Those things happened. Some of them were painful, some were unfair. But the prison, the one you're living in right now, that was constructed after. Thought by thought, belief by belief. A story told so many times it stopped feeling like a story and started feeling like the truth. The Gita goes even further. In the very next verse, Krishna draws a line between two kinds of people. For those who have conquered the mind, it is their friend. For those who have failed to do so, the mind works like an enemy. Not occasionally like an enemy, not slightly like an enemy, like an enemy. The same mind, two completely different lives. One person wakes up and the mind says, "Let's go. What's possible today?" The other wakes up and the mind says, "Remember what happened last time. Stay small, stay safe." The difference isn't talent, it isn't luck, it isn't the circumstances, it's whether the mind has been shown who is in charge. So how does a mind become a prison? The same way any prison gets built, gradually, with permission. It starts with one painful experience you didn't process. One failure you decided meant something permanent about you. One version of yourself, scared, small, ashamed, that you kept feeding. And the mind, being the loyal and powerful thing it is, took that as instruction. Protect this person, keep them from that kind of pain again. Make the walls higher. Your mind didn't betray you, it overprotected you. The cage was never meant to hold you forever. It was meant to keep you safe for a season. But you never told it the season was over. This is where the Gita becomes practical. Krishna doesn't tell Arjuna to destroy his mind. He doesn't say, silence it, suppress it, pretend the fear isn't there. He says, elevate it. There is a difference between fighting your mind and training it. You fight a mind by arguing with every fearful thought. You train a mind by choosing again and again to act despite the fear. Not when the fear goes away, not when you feel ready, not when the timing is perfect. Now, imperfectly, with the mind still whispering doubt. Every action taken in spite of the story loosens a bar. Every honest choice made against the old belief weakens a wall. Every moment you choose the elevated version of yourself over the imprisoned one is a step toward the door. The door was never locked from the outside. It was never locked at all. You have just been standing in front of it, telling yourself you can't leave. And the most painful irony, the key and the lock are made of the same material, thought. The thought that built the prison, and the thought that ends it. Krishna's promise in this chapter is quiet but absolute. The mind, once trained, once shown who it serves, becomes the most loyal companion you will ever have. Not a warden, a guide, not the voice that says stay small. The voice that says you have done harder things than this. That shift from enemy to friend doesn't happen in a moment. It happens the way all real freedom happens, slowly, consistently, one unconquered thought at a time. You don't need new walls. You need to stop building the ones you already have. Today, notice one thought that has been acting like a prison guard. The one that says not you, not yet, not possible. Don't fight it, just ask it, honestly, when it was built. Who gave it those instructions? Whether the season it was protecting you from is actually still here. Most of the time it isn't. Most of the time the danger passed years ago, and the guard, loyal to the last, never got the message. Atmaiva hiatmano bandhu, atmaiva ripur atmana. The mind, your friend. The mind, your enemy. Both are the same mind, living in the same skull. The difference is, who is in charge? Elevate yourself, not because the world is watching, not because success is guaranteed, because you were never meant to spend your one life in a prison with no walls. And you have always, always held the key. If something in this video spoke to something you've been carrying, subscribe. We put out new videos on ancient wisdom in plain English for the life you are actually living. We hope we helped you a little.